Okay, hello again everybody. This is Elite Zero with my third beginning hammer tutorial. So, alright, I last left off making a team-specific door that, only open when somebody of a team walked up to it and entered this particular trigger. Okay, so now let's get into a bit more of, just texturing. Alright, with this thing. So, alright, you've got, like, say I click on this wall, right? So this pops up with the texture of the wall along with all of the wall's properties and stuff. And anyway, so say I just want to change that wall's texture. I could browse and just pick a metal texture. That doesn't really matter. Okay. And then I hit apply, boom, and now there's a metal texture on that wall, but nowhere else. See, this side of the wall is not metal. So yeah, that's easy. And you've got, like, if you've got some things that are hard to fit, you can select them all, treat it as one, and justify them differently. The fits just one of the texture onto your particular face, which is useful if you want to have, like, a logo or something. So, alright, and, can I do that? There it goes. Okay. Now you've also got you've got a couple different modes. You have lift plus select is what is selected by default. You select it and you lift all of the settings and texture and everything. You just got lift where you can click on it and you just get the different settings. You've got select where you just select it, don't lift anything. You've got apply, so that applies the texture, see? And you've got apply texture plus values, obviously, that applies the and then align to view. Click on it, and the texture is aligned to whatever view you have to be looking at. That is royally screwed up. Okay, sorry. Yeah, be careful with that one. You can't undo that. And yeah, anyway. So, okay. Alright, so that's decently simple. At least it should be. So, okay. Now let's do a little bit of optimization. Just teach you a little bit about that. There's a texture, nice little texture called no draw. You want to blanket the outside of your map with this particular texture. So let's just do apply texture. So just click on here and, blanket the outside of your map with this. It makes everything run faster. Just take my word for it. Alright, so just do that. And so you can use no draw in your map if you so desire. I wouldn't recommend it. But essentially it just doesn't draw it. Right, as the name suggests. And, I don't have a wall there. Right. Kinda need to fix that. Okay. Could have sworn I had a wall there. Anyway. Alright. So... yeah, okay. So, let's begin the outside of this. Doing like so. And that'll make your map run faster because it doesn't draw as much. And there's other optimization stuff that I'm still learning. It's very complicated. So, yeah, just essentially Google it. And if you can learn it and master it, it's awesome because your maps run, so much faster. Alright, so, on the inside, you shouldn't be able to see any of that. So it shouldn't make any difference at all. Alright, that's just that little bit of optimization. And then, okay, say you've got an outside map that you want to, let's just say you have an outside map, period. Let's delete the top, Say you want some sky. So, that's what your skybox is for. Type. You've got two different kinds of skyboxes. You have a 2D skybox and a 3D skybox. And if you type in tool, you get all of your tool textures. You want this one, the tool/tool skybox. I'm not sure what 2D skybox is for. Anyway, so essentially, you could actually draw. Oh, this is anyway. You could actually just draw a big cube around your level, if you so desired, like so. But suddenly, but it's not hollow. So if you were to spawn in here, you wouldn't be able to move, because technically you would be inside of a solid cube. there's an easy way to do that. Go to Tools, click Make Hollow, and, you know, 32, whatever. Now, suddenly, you have a hollow cube. So now, if you were to compile this map, you would see a sky there, instead of, you know, brick or whatever. So, there's a really easy way to set a new skybox, is essentially just look for it in the texture editor. There we go. Let's go with that. And, you know, just like pick the sky you want. Like, say you want it to be like cloudy. So it'd be skybox slash day sky underscore day 01 underscore 01. So you go over here to map properties. See sky underscore day 01 underscore 01. Now you'll see like the RTD and UP, you know, those are different directions. Don't mess with those. If you're taking if you want to copy a skybox name, just ignore that and get everything before that. So by default, that's the same skybox this is using, and etc. etc. You can also set the name of your map and whatnot. I would suggest you do that, you know, so people know what they're playing. All right, now another bit of optimization. You see this? You see all this extra space here? That's really bad because Hammer calculates all of that extra space, but you don't ever use it. So trim this down. Like this. See? So now that's a lot closer. It won't render that. And you can bring this down. Now there's an even better way to do it. Like say like you're not programming for TF2 or mapping for TF2 or anything, and you can't demo jump, and so it wouldn't matter if you know, hit the ceiling up here. Now, wait. You can just make a brush with this texture that just covers the whole top, like so. Got that, and then there. See, and now you wouldn't even need this one anymore. And that is much better optimized because, you know, just as much as you can use a non-big hollow skybox with extra space that you don't need, don't. It makes your map run faster. So yeah, and also something else. So let's do displacement now. So this is kind of a bad example because it's indoors. Right. Let's keep my big skybox. Push that out that way. All right, let's just, you know, cut a hole in the middle of this, like that. So okay, now, whoops, gotta be careful what you do there. Okay, now, say you want some like grass and stuff up here. So let's grab a grass texture. Some of these, I don't really know exactly what's up with some of the blend textures. Sometimes they look like they work. Sometimes they look different in the Hammer texture viewer than they do in game for some reason. I don't know why. It's odd. Somebody might have to explain that to me eventually. But yeah. So select one that looks nice, and then do that. Okay. Now, what you want to do? Select all of the things that you want to displace. It's you know, like making hills and stuff. Now go over here, click displacement, click create. You can set a different power, how many vertices and stuff you have. You can select 4, and now you have your displacement here. Now you can paint the geometry, raise, lower. You know, this is all of your different settings and etc. etc. So you can, you know, raise the radius and more things you can move. So you left click to bring it up, right click to lower it. So see, you can do this. And really pretty easy. We've got different. You can also. This is really very useful that I wish I had figured out earlier. By default, it's face normal. If you know about normals, then it's the normal of the face. It's just whatever direction the face happens to be pointing. You can change it to stuff like the x-axis, so it moves it this way. Y-axis, z-axis, or subdivision normal, which doesn't appear to be working. Anyway, it's not important. So, you know, you can make whatever you want. Huge mountains, but be aware that, as you can see, the higher I stretch this, it has fewer vertices, and so the texture gets stretched, so it doesn't look as good. So, let's lower this again. Yeah, so, you see, very easy, nice. If we were to compile this, it would, you know, look like hilly grass. So, okay. Now, and you've got a whole bunch of other stuff that you can fool around with, some of which I don't really know what it does, etc. So, yeah, there's that. It's fairly good. So, yeah, if you got any questions, post a comment, send me a message. I'm over time, so see you all later.